Every year, Americans dream about retiring in Mexico. Lower costs, warm weather, amazing culture. And then they see the headlines that say it's completely dangerous and they walk away. Here's what those headlines don't really tell you though. Mexico is the size of Western Europe. Painting the whole country with a safety brush is like saying don't retire in Colorado because of crime in Chicago. In this video, I picked safe cities in Mexico that are varied enough so everyone can choose what type of lifestyle they want. You'll see what I mean. I'm Daniel. I spent 20 years as a hospital CEO and the last 4 years slow traveling the world. And stick around for the bonus city at the end. It's the most affordable on this list and almost nobody talks about it. So the first on the list is Mérida, Mexico. It has been ranked as the safest city in all of Mexico and probably safest city in all of Central and South America. More than 70% of residents feel safe walking their own neighborhood every single day. Yucatan State carries a U.S. State Department Level 1 advisory, which is equal to Canada and Japan. So the level advisories are 1 through 4, 1 being the safest, 4 being do not travel there. So Mérida is a real city of over 1 million people, world-class private hospitals, a growing international expat community, direct flights to Houston and Miami, and Gulf Coast beaches. One honest caveat though, summers exceed 95 degrees with high humidity from May through September, but some of you may like that. So the cost of Mérida, as you can see, a 2-bedroom house or apartment, $700 to $900 a month, groceries, $250 to $300, dining out, $300 to $450, private health insurance, $250 to $400 a month, a GP doctor visit, $20 to $40, and I know there's a lot of pharmacies where doctors are available, which you can get it even cheaper. So a comfortable lifestyle Mérida is $2,000 to $2,500 a month. So if you're new here, I publish this type of retirement content several times a week. It not only includes traveling and living on Social Security, I do Medicare content, scam protection, how to use AI, everything that affects our age group. So if you're interested in that, I'd love for you to join the journey. Hit that subscribe button. All right, moving on to the next one. Puerto Vallarta is a Pacific beach pick. I do want to say, when you look up different cities in Mexico, you're going to see the state usually has a level 2 or 3 advisory level. What you need to realize is in Mexico and Central and South America, maybe the state is dangerous, but cities are much safer. So there's certain cities that are much safer, and Puerto Vallarta is one of those. So the Jalisco state carries a level 3 advisory, but Puerto Vallarta is very safe, actually. Within the tourist corridor, violent crime against foreign residents is pretty rare. The data shows property crime is the main concern, not violent crime. The city has English-speaking tourist police, world-class private hospitals, and it's a very welcoming community. The expat community is estimated at 15,000 plus year-round foreign residents. I actually have a friend that lives there, and he's been there for many years and loves it. So what will it cost you in Puerto Vallarta? 2-bedroom condo or apartment, $900 to $1,400 a month. Groceries, $300 to $400. Dining out, $400 to $600, depending on how many drinks and what you eat. Private health insurance, $250 to $400 a month. A doctor's visit, $30 to $60. Utilities, internet, $200 to $350. So a total comfortable lifestyle is $2,500 to $3,500. It is a little more expensive, but you are in Puerto Vallarta. Okay, moving on to one you've probably heard of, San Miguel de Allende. So Guanajuato State carries a level 3 advisory due to cartel activity in the rural and industrial areas. San Miguel de Allende itself has a decades-long safety record for foreign residents, but you need to know that the state advisory does exist. So over 10,000 North Americans live in San Miguel full-time. It's a UNESCO World Heritage City, arguably the most beautiful colonial town in Mexico. Year-round spring climate at 6,200 feet. Excellent art scenes, restaurants, and social infrastructure. Querétaro, which is 90 minutes away, has top-tier private hospitals. The people that live there seem to be overwhelmingly happy, but I always say this anyway, do a scouting trip and see if it's the type of city that you like and a type of city that feels safe to you. So the monthly costs are pretty similar. They're 2 bedroom, 800 to 1200 a month, groceries, 300-400, dining out 400 to 600, health insurance, depending on your age and your health condition and all that, 250 to 400. So a comfortable lifestyle is $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So moving on, if Puerto Vallarta is the Pacific answer, Playa del Carmen is the Caribbean answer, and it sits in a safer state. Quintana Roo carries a level 2 advisory. So Playa del Carmen has between 15 and 25,000 foreign residents, a mix of retirees, remote workers, and expats from across Europe and North America. It has a young and international feel to it, which is a plus or minus depending on what you're looking for. What type of lifestyle? Beautiful Caribbean water, a walkable pedestrian Fifth Avenue with restaurants, shops. The Cancun International Airport is just an hour away. Private healthcare is pretty good locally. The hospital corridor in Cancun is 45 minutes away for anything specialized. So the honest trade-off is Playa has the tourist pricing premium, and this is definitely not a place if you're on a tight budget. As you can see, condo 900 to 1400, groceries about the same, dining out probably a little more expensive because of the tourism, health insurance the same, utilities. So a total comfortable lifestyle, $2,400 to $3,000 a month. I'm curious, which of these 4 cities would best fit the lifestyle that you like? Put it in the comments. I read every single one. All right, the next one, Mexico City. Okay, Mexico City is kind of the wild card on this list, and I included it for a few reasons. It's possibly the most surprising as well. It's the largest city in the Western Hemisphere. I think it has around 22 million people. And several of its neighborhoods are statistically as safe as mid-sized U.S. cities, with a quality of life that is genuinely world-class. So Mexico City carries a level 2 advisory, which means exercise increased caution. So the expat neighborhoods of Roma Norte, Condesa, Polanco are statistically safe. They're well lit, walkable, and home to some of the best restaurants. Mexico City food scene is out of this world. So the healthcare case for Mexico City is actually the strongest on this list. So it's a global medical hub with world-class private hospitals, specialists in every field, and a medical tourism infrastructure. The climate is another surprise. Mexico City sits at 7,300 feet. It's mild, dry, and spring-like year-round. There is the rainy season, and the cost of living is dramatically lower than any comparable city worldwide. So if you take a look at these costs, a 2-bedroom apartment, 900 to 1400. I actually rented a Airbnb in a really good area that was 1100 a month. Dining out, this all depends on what you like. All depends on what you want. They recently gave a Michelin star to a taco food truck in Mexico City, and then they have super high-end restaurants as well. It's all what you want, but the food scene there is incredible. So you could live a comfortable lifestyle in Mexico City for $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So here's the bonus city I was talking about. It has a very low crime rate, a strong police presence downtown, and a community built around tourism that treats visitors super well. It's a smaller town. It sits at 7,000 feet in the mountain. The weather is pretty nice year-round, cobblestone streets, 16th century churches, and a growing community of retirees who love it. San Cristóbal de las Casas. The airport's about 90 minutes away, and the nearest hospital is about 90 minutes away. But take a look at these prices. An apartment for $400 to $650, groceries, dining out. Actually, there's a chef there that owns a restaurant that I actually saw on one of the cooking shows. I think it was Iron Chef Mexico. But these costs are incredibly low. I rented an Airbnb there for about $700 a month. And if you want to take Spanish lessons there, super cheap. So I hope I gave you some insight into these different cities. I always recommend visiting many different cities, in fact, many different countries, before you make a decision where to go. But if you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. That always helps. It sends the videos out to more people. So love to hear your comments, and take care.